I mean, this is not bad. Yeah, well, as long as I'm looking in the east, uh, there's a power pole set at the southeast corner of the property, and the power line runs in my neighbor's property to a pole right behind our houses. And anytime I look towards the east, I take a chance of running into the power line. Right now, I'm 32 degrees up, so I'm just about right where the power line is. But I can zoom in and maybe for now crop out the power line. So this is a 15-second exposure with that pretty restrictive H alpha filter, 12 nanometer. Yeah, if I'm aimed to the south, I don't get it because even though the power line runs in that direction, that's where that big oak tree is. So I can't aim low enough anyway. And then north and west is clear, except for the trees in the distance. I should also options, preferences. Let's save that to my desktop. Save it to my desktop. Oh, golly gee, where's my desktop? This PC, desktop. Okay. Time slot, say every 30 seconds, and let me get 200 images, apply, okay, and let me start capturing some images. Okay, so now I'm going to start capturing some images. Back out and see, now the power line is now getting closer to eclipsing the running flame and Horsehead. Hi, Jeff. Yeah, this is with my soon-to-be Christmas present. I'm giving it another test. I was saying you can see the power line is running from the bottom left corner up to the top center. Uh, Again, I'm average stacking 5. Yeah, he has that 0.5 focal reducer 2-inch. It's a 2-inch filter thread, so it'll screw onto a filter threaded adapter. The problem is the separation. Unless you can get it close enough to the sensor, you may get some coma at the edge of the field. Yeah, that way, Rusty, you'll be able to leave it set up and then just have to uncover it. I'm going to try for a longer exposure. Let me stop the stacking. That shows where the power line is. And let me stop the looping, and I was in 15 seconds. Let me go to 25. I'm going to loop 25 seconds. Yes, this is the Astronomik 12 nanometer H alpha filter. Did I set the affinity? Task manager, details, MallinCam sky, set affinity, all one, okay, okay. Well, shortly you'll have it on the other side of the power line. So now let me raise the black point. So raise to 30. And then let me do an average stack. Darn power line. Let me go to something else for now, and then we'll come back to the Horsehead. Where is, oh, come on. Yes, I have it set to grayscale. What is the number for the Rosette? Not that it's high enough to see, but Great Orion. Oh, there it is, 2238. Rosette. Bingo. Slew to and center at the...
Telescope slew into target.
Okay, so moving over to the Rosette. Hopefully it's high enough.
Telescope slew complete.
Hopefully it's high enough that the power line won't get it. Okay. Of course, it's also getting closer to the moon. Okay, I think we got moon, folks. Go to 100, and we'll raise the black point to 55. The Rosette is definitely there. I may have to shorten the exposure too. Let's see what happens by changing the white point. Okay. Okay. So now let's do an average stack now. Okay. Jeff, I don't think so. I might have a bad USB port in my camera in the DS10. I was using the DS10C the other night. I'm using the 10cTEC tonight, so I'm using a different camera. I did some tests yesterday during the daytime, and I tested both cameras in the observatory just to see if I could duplicate the lines, and the lines did show up with the 10C and not with the 10cTEC. So I think it has something to do with the USB port. So right now I'm at, what is this, 25-second exposure. Yeah, same cable for both. I have a cable running from the tower in the closet through a hole in the wall, under the floor, and up the side of the mount, and then I just plug the camera in. Yeah, this is a 30-second, and right now, I know, 25-second, and I have an average of 2 so far. Now it's going for the third image. I want to see how far away from the moon I am. Moon, get angular measurement. I'm 21 degrees from the almost full moon. Yes, I'm at DB2. And like I was saying the other day, the distortion at the edge, at the corner, is really not that bad. There's a little bit. Hopefully when I get the field flattener, and I add the field flattener to this focal reducer, maybe, hopefully it'll get a little bit better. But that's the edge of the field at 200 times zoom. Let me see if I can darken it up a little more. I'm going to raise the black to 60. I know I'm clipping. Nah, not 60. That's a little bit too much. Maybe 57. Let's see. It weighs 3.2 pounds, Jeff. Yeah, I have the Ritchie Accretion 0.75 in this little scope right now. The native is f5.9, and with the focal reducer, I'm getting f4.4. I mean, it's not bad considering that the moon is 20 degrees away. Let me see if I can darken it up a little bit more. If I do the color adjustments, if I raise the gamma, it's going to push the, maybe I'll go to 1.1. See what that does to the histogram. It's probably going to shift me to where I'm really cutting data. And I'm capturing images also. Tonight I remembered to do a recording. Yeah, I can't wait till next week when the moon rises after midnight. And then I don't have to use this filter. I can get a color view. Yeah, you can see I pushed the histogram with the gamma at 1.1 really started clipping data. Let me go to 48. Oh, hi, Bob. Good. What was it? Hopefully we're able to resolve it without having too much issues. Let me back out and show you the whole field of view. Let me go fit to window. There's the whole view. That's not bad at all. Okay. It was just too much data load was just killing the computer. Okay. So this is like I said, this is a 25-second exposure. The gain is set to 80 out of 160, so it's half gain. White balance, I just left it at default. color, I have the gamma pushed to 1.1. Frame rate, middle of the slider. I'm set to grayscale instead of color. Sampling digital bin. Digital binning is at 2. Yeah, there's a lot of, you can see the dark nebulae in running through the Rosette. Let me get the Epic pen going. Okay. Okay, there's Epic pen. There's a nice little squiggly dark lane running through here. This reminds you of the stuff that you've been doing, Dewey, with your lenses hooked directly to the cameras. I'm doing turn that off. Of course, now the dark that I captured doesn't match because I captured darks at 15 seconds and now I'm at 25. I'm averaging only 5. Let me change that to 10. See, that's what a raw looks like. Let's see what happens with the stack. What other big nebulas do we have around Orion? Okay, so now we have one in. I think you're going to really like that, Jeff. I think you'll like the 16cTEC. Especially when you're running it at f2. Okay, now we have 2 in the stack, 3 in, 2 out. Yeah. Dewey Rock is trying to see if he can get some sensors from making DS10 TECs. Evening, Ed. Where is the Seagull? Seagull is near this. Let me see. This is the DS10cTEC, the cool version, southwest of Orion. That's near the Wizard. The Wizard's also down there. Not the Wizard. Witchhead. Witchhead. Let me see if I can search for Seagull Nebula. Seagull. Seagull Nebula. Okay. More object information. Seagull IC 2177. Okay. View interactive atlas. Let's see where it is. Oh, wait. Seagull Nebula. It's in Monoceros. Oh, it's not too far from Thor's helmet. Let me get a DSS image up here, and maybe it'll, I'll be able to see it. Get image.
Operation completed.
Close. Oh, there's the seagull. Yeah, I can see the seagull head. The head of the seagull. Okay. Yeah, it's a cool version of the 10C. So right now I have probably, and because of the moon being only 20 degrees away from this target, I am using an Astronomik 12 nanometer H alpha filter, which then gives you shades of red, or you can convert the camera to grayscale, and that's what I did. Be interesting to see if I turn off and go to color and see what happens. That's going to kill my histogram. So there's the red layer there. Green layer, blue layer. What I could do is I could push the red. If I move the red to the left, let's see what that does. And if I move the blue to the right, and move the green a little bit to the right. Or I could do a Will, is that question directed to me or to Dewey? did a white balance? That would be interesting. Geotech adapter. Fit to window. Here's the whole field. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can pick up anything with the Seagull. Right click, slew to and center at.
Telescope slew into target.
Let me stop the.
Telescope slew complete.
So I'm on the Seagull Nebula now. First image coming up. And then I'll start. Oh, it's called the Tree Nebula. And I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's too low. You can see the tree on the side. Let's go to.
Telescope slew into target.
Higher up and going to the Cone Nebula.
Telescope slew complete.
Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, I got away from the tree line. Let's see if I have anything for the eye. Well, let's start back with white balance going to defaults. And let's go back to gray. Okay, the cone's right in the center. Okay, now I see it. Cone's in the center. Can barely make out the Christmas tree. What? Okay. What caused that flash just now? I'm not aimed at the moon, unless a cloud drifted through. There were some thin clouds. Let's see what the next refresh does. Definitely looks like I had a cloud go by. Yep. Yeah, you can see there's a haze in that image. NGC, yeah, 2264 Cone Nebula. But I think we're battling a cloud right now, or a thin haze. Windy TV showed clouds drifting through but clearing out. Obviously, they did not drift out yet. No. Still fighting the clouds. Okay, let me go look outside and see which way the clouds are. Oh, man. Okay. Let me go back to Orion. There's a lot of high, thin clouds all over the place. I'm glad we were able to get the Rosette earlier. Messier, Great Orion Nebula. Oh, plane just shot through.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
And I'm not going to need this exposure time. I can stop that. I can go down to maybe start loop in 10 seconds. Let me see if we're looking through we're looking at the dome. Okay. Oh, I know what it is. I'm clipping. Yeah, let me go to default on the histogram and let me stop. And let me go to 10 seconds and loop. I was clipping everything with the histogram. Jeff, I was watching the Saints game, and then I looked at my clear sky, my all sky camera from inside the house, and I saw that it was starting to clear. That there was some thin stuff going through, and I said, what the heck, let me go try it. So let me go say 5 to 75 with the histogram. Okay. All right. And then let me do some average stacking now. Okay. Yeah, it's right below us, right at the coastline along the Gulf of Mexico. There's all kinds of crud. But it's supposed to, if you look at windy and you progress the time, it's supposed to clear the lines of clouds supposed to move to the south and be clear for a few hours. Except for what's coming in right now. I think one of those southerly clouds just showed up, Jeff. Yeehaw! Yeah, you can see the stuff. And I don't know if the northeast is going to be clear. Let me go see if the California Nebula area is clear. Oh no. I don't know which way it's drifting, but there's lots of high thin stuff everywhere now. Hi RJH, Ski. Who else? And guests? Anybody know the number for the California Nebula? I could do a search in SkyTools. Let's see. California Nebula, more object information. Okay, NGC 1499, Interactive Atlas, and
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
I'm going to turn the dome about 90 degrees. It's almost at the zenith. Okay. 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 So let's stop the stacking. There's something definitely there. Let me stop. I'm going to go to 25 seconds and loop. But the California Nebula is definitely in the center. Yes, yeah, Jeff, you can. The low, middle, and high clouds. So we're building a first of our 25-second exposures. Where is my histogram? It's right there. So let me (20 to 75) with the histogram. Oh, I didn't know that about the sound. Let me do some stacking. All right, we're still chasing clouds, obviously. But there is the California Nebula and clouds. Yeah, Jeff, like I said, I ran an image the other night of some of the clusters in Auriga through astrometry, and it's 4.42 degrees measured diagonally. Huge. Actually, I think it's a little bit bigger than the Rasa. I know with my 8-inch Hyperstar, I was getting about a 3-degree field. .6. Now that's impressive. Go take a quick look at the all-sky camera in the closet, see where those clouds are. Oh man. That's not looking good, though. Not looking very good out there. There's lots of clouds all over the place. But bigger. Dude, this is bigger. My 8-inch Hyperstar is about 3 degrees, and this, with the focal reducer in that I'm using, is 4.4. So it's 1.4 degrees. It's almost 50% wider field of view. Of course, you don't have the same resolving power with a 2-inch scope as you do with an 8. I might try a little bit longer exposure. Let me stop this and let's go to 35 seconds in loop. Okay. Considering how bad the sky is out there tonight, this is not bad at all. They would be doing because you get an 8-inch scope versus a 2.1-inch scope. You have better resolving power. You get just for convenience. I'll probably bring more light gathering. That's sure. You get 4 times the diameter of 16 times the light gathering power. For the Grand Canyon next year, I'm probably going to bring the 8-inch, and I'll bring this scope also and just do a comparison. Depends on what I feel like setting up. Yeah, I went to a 35-second exposure. You're starting to see more structure in California. Start to see more wispy detail running through here. On a single arm fork like that Evolution, I probably would not try to piggyback anything on it. The big unknown, will I be able to get a long enough Vixen dovetail that I can push the scope up and have it swing and clear the bottom of the base. With the camera mounted on the top, like for the Hyperstar, that's not an issue. That's a really nice view. See how high is this right now? We're at 76 degrees up. Yeah. Now raise the black point a little bit, make it a little bit darker. So far I've captured 89 images. I'll have to download those tomorrow. I'll take a look in the closet and see where there's a clearing. There's crap everywhere. Now look at my all sky camera and see what is out there. I'm amazed I can see anything at all with this cameras. There's lines of clouds everywhere, thin, thick. There's a big band coming in from the southeast. I've just tweaked the histogram a little bit. Yeah, you can piggyback a 3.2 pound scope on almost anything. Great. I mean, the list of people that I have come, there's at least 10 people saying they're coming with MallinCams. Where's the witches? The witch head. Witch head. That's off the bottom lower right of Orion. Is it the witch head? The witch head nebula? WITCH. Witch head nebula. More object. NGC 1909. Let's see where that is. Yeah, it's right off the bottom of the right foot. Let me get an image.
Operation completed.
There it is. Okay.
Telescope slewing to target.
Go into the witch head.
Telescope slew complete.
Oh, look at the clouds in the east. Ooh. Oh, he doesn't like this. Battery's dying. Gotta change the battery in my wireless. Okay, let's stop the stack. Stop. So I moved over to the Witch Head Nebula. Let's wait for the next exposure because I was looking at the dome for a good part of that last image.
Operation completed.
Okay, let's see. Okay, now I'm clipping with the black point. Let's move that over here. Move it to about 75. 25 to 75. Let's see what happens. Should be right on the witch head. That's a big object. It's about 2 degrees tall. I think we're fighting the moon. Yep. I think we're fighting the moon. I've seen it before, but I think the moon is giving me fits. Plus, I think there's clouds there. Let me look at the whole sky again. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work, guys and gals. I think there's too much junk in the sky there. Let me go back to what was the number for the cone? Oh, God. That's the Rosette. So where's the cone? (2264). Okay. We hit it before, but NGC 2264. Object information, action menu, interactive atlas,
Telescope slewing to target.
Oh, that's getting closer.
Telescope slew complete.
Let's see. Only 35 seconds too. That may be aiming towards the direction of the moon. That may be rough. Let's see. Should be above the power line now. Nope. Stop. Let me go down, back down to 20 seconds for now. Yeah, I realized that, John. It probably blocked everything out. Okay, I think the cone is in the center. I think the Christmas tree is there. Okay, let's go with a longer exposure. Let me go to 30 seconds loop. Yeah, I think the tree is like right here with the base here, and I think the cone is right at the top of the tree. Let me erase everything. So there's the tree. The cone should be right by that bright star at the top. Let's see what the next. Okay. (75 to 145 with the histogram, and let's go at average stacking. Let's see what happens. And fit to window. And we do have some haze up there also. It's still not, it's not clear. I don't think I'm going to be up much longer because of the sky conditions, but let's see if we can get the cone. And the cone is definitely there. cone is right there. I think. We're average stacking now, so let's see what happens. Be nice to play with this scope when we have no moon in the sky and I don't have to use this aggressive filter with it. Yeah, the cone is definitely, you can see it when you zoom in. Right there's the cone. And the Christmas tree runs from here, here, back over here with the base here. Yeah, you can definitely see the cone now. Lower the white a little bit more, maybe get it a little bit brighter. Okay. Okay, Dewey. Just battling those clouds. The cone is there. Next average, next image just went in the stack. How many do I have average so far? Okay. Yeah, I got average of about 5 now. Well, I'm going to go back to the flaming Horsehead now that I think it's out of the power line.
Telescope slewing to target.
Okay. Remove the dome a little.
Telescope slew complete.
Orion looks fairly clear right now. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to end with this tonight and then just wait for the moon to get out of the way and for the skies to actually be clear. So I'm coming up on the first 35-second exposure. There it is. Okay. And now let's do an average. $55, maybe 120. So what is that nebula? Let's see. Yeah, 2023 is a reflection, so it doesn't show up very well. Good night, Ed. Glad you could stop by. So where is, and I had, I think the sharpness at 50%. Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, so that's now 2 in the stack. Is that right? Yep, 2 in the stack now. Okay. Very nice view. Yeah, I'm at 50% sharpening right now. I could go maybe a little bit higher. I could try. Let me bump it up to 100. 112, 104, 100. So I'm at 100% sharpening out of 500. Let's see what it does. I'm averaging 10. Averaging 10. Okay, another one just got thrown into the stack. The exposure time I'm using is 35. This is 35 seconds. Yeah, let's go down the parameters. I'm at gain 80, which is half. The exposure is 35 seconds. White balance is default. Color balance I have default except gamma's bumped up to 1.1. I have it in grayscale mode. Digital binning 2. Histogram 65 to 120. And I have a 15-second dark applied, so I don't have the proper dark. And I'm averaging 10. Yeah, Dewey, it is pretty nice. Especially considering where the moon is, how bright the moon is, and the thin clouds throughout the whole sky. Let's see, what time is it? Well, I think with this, I am going to call it quits for tonight. But I'm pleased with the way everything worked tonight. Oh, doing years ago, I would not have considered dragging the telescope out because I was using eyepieces. Now with cameras and filters and what we have today, you can observe as long as it's clear, no matter what phase of the moon. Well, I'm going to pull the plug. Glad y'all could stop by. Good night, Dewey, Dave, Will, Jeff, John, Bob, RJH, and guests. And hopefully after Christmas, it'll get clear again. Yeah, I'll be at sister-in-law's house tomorrow night and at a friend's house on Christmas Day. So we'll just wait for the next clearing. Y'all have a good night, and thanks for stopping by. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's if I don't see you before then.